What Dr. Beau Branson favors is the approach that he labels Monarchical Trinitarianism, MT, in contrast to the ST and the RI. MT is his description. Let me just give it to you. He uses these 3 bullet points. He says, in Social Trinitarianism, it says that the one God is all of the divine persons taken together. So when we're looking at Trinity as a model in the Social Trinitarianism, we take Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and we look at all 3 of them as the divine persons taken together. That's Social Trinitarianism. And when we ask who or what is God, we point to all 3. Well, all 3 are God. What is God or who is God? Well, he's all 3. That's more or less the ST or Social Trinitarianism emphasis. When we look at, by comparison, RI, or Relative Identity Trinitarianism, RI says that the one God is each of the divine persons taken individually. So, who or what is God? Well, he's Father, he's Son, he's Holy Spirit, but individually, not necessarily Trinity, not the one God being all 3 of them lumped together. Although we understand there's some interworking definition between the 3, but one God is each of the divine persons taken individually rather than taken together. So it's kind of a different spin on Trinity, but it's still a definition that Dr. Branson is a little bit uncomfortable with at the end of the day. And so he labels his own proprietary terminology, I think he made this up, MT, or Monarchical Trinitarianism. He says that this version of Trinity says that the one God is one of the divine persons, namely the Father. And that's why we call it the monarchy of the Father. He believes this is a largely undiscussed, untalked about form of Trinity, where when we ask who is God, we focus first on the fact that God is the eternal Father, and we launch from there, God being the source of the other persons of the Trinity when it comes to gaining their identity. For instance, and don't misunderstand me here, Dr. Branson isn't saying that God the Father created Jesus. What he is saying is that the Son is eternal because the Father is eternal. And the Spirit is eternal because of his relationship to the Father and the Son as well. The Holy Spirit is the Spirit of God, and yet is the Spirit sent from the eternal Father. And the Son also sends forth the Spirit in other passages. But germane to our study, just looking at Father and Son relationship here, the eternality of the Father is central as the Father in the Monarchical Trinitarianism model, in the monarchy of the Father model that Dr. Branson's demonstrating for us tonight.